do it, and if you can't, I have a USB key, so I can give it to you. Because we will continue to work on Paris, and especially on the district layers of Paris. Do I have... Does somebody can't download it on Slack, or is it okay for everyone? Nina, download the password. Well, so while you are opening QGIS, so in France it's just QGIS. Okay, so if I say it, it's just the software name. Just before that, for people who were not there last week, we talked about the GIS, which is the Coordinate Reference System last week, okay? So I will give you the PDF of the PowerPoint on Slack this afternoon. And if you have some questions or think you don't understand on the PDF, you can send me a message or you can come and I will try to help you or explain you things. Okay? Also, I did some paper for you. I will send it to Slack too. It's like all the things we saw during the class, like what is a CRS, how we use it, how we change it, and things like that. And you just have to check by yourself if you understood how to do it, or if you didn't understand at all. And if you don't understand something and you want to talk about it, you can ask me to outside of the class, of course, or whenever you want. But today we use again the attribute table. So in Japanese it's zokusei table. Okay. So last week we talked about that. We saw a little bit of the attribute table. Okay. So we really work on the attribute table today because you can do a lot of things on it. So with that we will learn how the attribute table really works, like not as we saw last week, but more deeply. And we will create new fields, even if some of you made it last week, I think. And we will calculate new information in the attribute table and make simple requests. The thing is, in QGIS, you can make a request within the map. Like you can select a district, for example, but you can also make some requests within the attribute table. So we will talk about that today. And if you have a problem, you can stop me and ask. And if you already know how to do it, you can ask me to go a little bit faster. Okay? So the first thing is, the thing I ask you is to open QGIS and to put the district of Paris within the layers. Does everybody download the layer? 大丈夫ですか? OK。ここにいますね。ここはレイヤーです。あ、ごめんなさい。ちょっと。そのまま。OK。So the thing is, it's here for me. In the file I send you, you have a lot of files, okay? The one you have to use in QGIS is the shapefile. So SHP, shapefile. So you go there, like that, and you put your file in the layers, like here. Sorry, like that. And normally, yeah, you have the district of Paris. So Paris is like way smaller than Tokyo, but you have different districts. Okay? So I say it again. In this class, we will talk about the flood disaster in Paris. So later, we will work on one specific district. So it's important now that we use this file right now. So you open it and you drop it in the layer file, the layer part, if you can. And the thing is, I would like to ask you some questions about that. So something about the layers. So my layer is a little bit different than yours, okay? Because I think that you have a third column here. So can you explain me what you see on the attribute table on your computer? What do you see, and what do you think each line is for, and what column is for each one? It's a little bit of what we did last week. 質問ありますか? 大丈夫ですか? So, for example, what do you have on your attribute table? What do you see? What's the name of things? Yeah. Yeah, you... Ah, okay. じゃあ、例えば、ここは何がありますか? Number ですね。Okay, so it's number. Okay, from 1 to 20, I think you have. Okay. And what do we have in the next column? Here. 知ってますか? わかりませんか? It's in Paris, the district is from 1 to 20. Okay. So for example, you have the 8, which is for 8th district, and you have a third column on your attribute table on your computer. What is it? Can you say it to me, please?
Population.
Which?
Population.
Population, yes. Okay, so we have a number, and information about this file, and then we have the population, okay? So, which is really important about the table, attribute table, is that one column is about an information, okay? The number of the district, the number of people living in the district, okay? But for you, what is one line? What is referred to? What is it for you? Okay. One line is an entity on your map. It's like that. In the line, you have one geographical entity, okay? And each column is an attribute. So it's an information about the geographical entity, okay? So we talked about that. And I told you already, like, we have 20 spatial entities, so we have 20 polygons in our map. So please, can you select the District 1 of Paris in your attribute table? Like that. I will do it with you. Here, I open the attribute table, right there. And we have first district here. So what happened to your map? Just here, can you tell me? If you select one line in your attribute table, what happened to your map? Yep. 問題がありますか? あ、これ、そうそうそう。ラブ、ね。You take it and you. You take it and. Yep. どこないんですか? マジでこれですね。はい、ですね。じゃあ、レイラがダウン。じゃあ、レイヤ。え？では新しなけど、なんか探すのは。So some of you have problems to if you don't, it's add a layer and add a vector layer. 大丈夫ですか？つけましたか？もうこれは新しい作りますね。こんな感じで。違うと思います。英語では、ちょっとここは、Here it's レイヤーパネル。レイヤーパネルですね。
左側の最後に右クリックをして、でテーブルの方に行って、
はい、こっち
テーブルレイヤー
レイヤーパネルだったね。では今は
左側に1を選んでください。
はい。
違う。
はい、ここですね。So, I will try to help you after.
で、これ20だったけど。
じゃあごめんなさいね。So, what happened when you select a line in your attribute table? What happened on your map? Can you explain it to me? 日本語でも大丈夫けど。
じゃあ英語の方がいいと思います。
英語もですね。例えば、for example, I am selecting the first one, okay, but I will select the second, the fourth, the 8th district. So what happened when I do that? Can you tell it to me? It's really simple here. What do you see when I do that? What happens to my map right here? Hmm?
The line now connected to the
Yeah. So when I told you about a geographical entity, okay, this line is connecting to this polygon because it's the third district of Paris, okay? If I decide to select everything, it will be all in yellow, okay? So when you have a selected entity, it goes in yellow, okay? Do you have questions about that? Or is it okay? 大丈夫ですか？みんなは OK。じゃあ Okay, so yeah, magic. It becomes yellow. And if you want to cancel, you can just click here on your attribute table. Okay? So if they select everything, just here. For example, right here, I selected all of that, okay? And if I click just here, nothing is selected anymore, okay? The thing is really important because when you select some entities here and you want to create or to calculate a new file, it will calculate only for the selected ones, okay? So if you want to calculate something for all the entities, you have to select every entity or to deselect everything, okay? 大丈夫ですか？ごめんなさい、英語で難しいですけど。Well, okay, so we saw that. Okay, so now I will explain to you how to create a new field in your attribute table, okay? So in the new field, we can write things like we did last week, for example, water, road, big roads. You can write by your own. But you can also make some calculations, okay? And for that, we use the field calculator. I will explain it to you after. But before using that, what do you think we can calculate? Do you have an idea? We have the population, we have the name of the district. What information can we calculate? Do you have an idea? We have some polygons, Okay. What information would you like to know about the polygons?
Basic.
Hmm?
Basic.
Basic?
Area.
Ah, area, yeah, sorry. My ears are not that good. I'm sorry, you have to speak a little louder for me. Yeah, we will calculate the area, okay? Because it's an important thing. For example, we want to know how much surface is impacted by flood in a district. We need to know the area of the district, okay? So I will explain it to you how to calculate the area. So, yeah. So, for that, we use a specific tool, which is this one. Here you have a little thing, I don't know if you can see it properly, which is called Open the Field Calculator. It's like a calculator by its own. Can you find it on your computer? Or not? This one. I'm sorry, it's not that big. I will... Can I... 見つけましたか？みんなは大丈夫？ OK です。これですね。ちょっとちっちゃいけど。Yep, it's worst. Yep, this one. Can you see it? 見つけましたか？ごめんなさいね。QGIS はよく見えないけど。This is the field calculator button, okay? So open it and we will try to calculate the area. So you have something like that which appear. みんなありますか？はい OK。So ここは新しいフィールドを作りましょう。Here you can, how can I say it in English? I don't remember. Update. It's to update a column, okay, a field. If you made something and you say, oh, it's not the good one, I want to like recalculate, you can just open the field calculator and modify it, okay? But for today we will create a new field, which we called area and square kilometers. Did someone ever calculate a surface area? Area square kilometer. 何でもいいね。エリアとか、日本語も大丈夫けど、名前を書いてください。名前と、ここは、an area is like with com. So here you have to choose the decimal number. I don't remember which is in English, but we will like, I will verify it with you. So, 大丈夫ですか？Ah, you can't download it? In there? Oh. You can say it anyway, it's not like. That's strange. It's not that. どっちですか？なんか私のファイルはどこですか？これですか？え？ That's strange. Do you have a USB key or not? USB キー持ってますか？はい。キーを持ってますか？ちょっとなんか私のコンピューターにファイルを入れて、ないです。あ、check that. 誰かが USB キーが持ってますか？
あります。
ありますか？
USB。
はい、お願いします。すいません。Thank you. I will just give it to you after, okay? So, does anyone ever calculate an area on QGIS? そんなこと言うとなんかエリアを やったことがありますか？ないんですか？ No? Okay. You try? Yeah? So do you know what we have to write here? なんか、エリア、あ、thank you. Yeah, I will just give him the file. Thank you. So, do you know what we have to write here to calculate the area? ない。
面積どこ押すか？
そうそうそう。
面積出すにはどこ押すか？
はい、なんか、いくらぐらいか。ここは、なんか、エクスプレッションを書きますね。では、どんな、なんか、エリアを、見つけるために、どんなエクスプレッションを書くことが知ってますか？知ってない。
隣のところから選んで。
あ、そうそうそうそうそう。ここか、でも、今、直接にできます。知らない？ Okay. So, I will give it to you after. The thing is, you can find it here. As she said, you can like search here, like area. Okay. And you have several ones, but the first is the best, is the area one. So, up. But we want square kilometers, so we have to divide it by 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1 million. Do you know why? Nanka. Do you know why we have to divide area by 1,000 or not? When you use area like that, it's square meters. And we want square kilometers, so we have to divide it by 1 million. So just, yep. So when you do that, yep, you have the area just here. Sorry, I will be really quick with that. Here is copy, and I will just put it here and give it back to you. みんなはシェイプファイルが持ってますか？大丈夫ですか？いい？ OK。OK、OK。So here. So now you have the area information. Okay? It's pretty simple for the way you use it. Okay? But if you want square kilometers, you have to divide by 1 million. Okay? みんなできましたか？大丈夫ですか？ゆっくりで大丈夫です。Okay.
I have a question.
Yeah.
How does the calculate the area?
How he did that? It's with Python.
They calculate
Yes.
for example, make a mesh and count.
It is with the CRS, you know. We have the coordinate reference system, so we know exactly where it is in the space, and so we can like calculate like that. So I think that it's not with like points or things like that. It's with the CRS, and it's with the Python software that it calculates it. I don't exactly know how it works,
Okay.
but it works like that. The thing is, when you change the CRS, it can change the surface. If you don't have the same CRS for your project and for your layer, the surface will change. So we have to be careful with that.
Yeah, last year I
Yeah.
have written a paper.
Oh.
My colleague calculates on the same map, same figure.
Okay.
He calculated the area.
Okay.
He used some software.
Oh.
The software is doing the same.
Okay.
So that's why
Yeah.
I asked you.
Yeah, I understand. But that's interesting. So this is what we do. So as I told you, you have to write area divided by 1 million. Okay? So can you find the biggest and the smallest district, please? Which one is the biggest? Which one is the smallest district with the area? I'll let you find this thing and I will come back. 大丈夫ですか？あ、ね、全部はちょっとそうですね、カルキュレートで、じゃあ、なんだ、ここに。これは新しいですね。でもなんかもうありましたね。そして、エリアします。ここは、ちょっと説明したけど、左で、これ。1 million。はい、やってもらって。じゃあ全部
大場さっき質問したどうやって面積出してるかって聞いたただ不規則な多分小学校ぐらいでやるの不規則な形があってそれの面積を出しなさいだからブリードをこう引いてそれの数を数えて半分古いやつは半分に
ちょっと間違ったかな。ここは
それをやってる
ちょっ
ということです。多分そうだろう。
新しいのです
コンピューターでやってるの複雑なことですから。
でもここはじゃない。これは違う。いやこれはリアルの。
そういうソフトがあるらしいです。
ここはエリアします。
去年電子顕微鏡の白っぽいやつで鉄の粒子があってそれの比率を鉄の鉱物の比率を出したいときに
シアレスがない
面積
そこの場所
ここがないのでちょっとなんか見つけないごめんなさいシアレスは
画像を何でもできるから実験結果
ここはないシアレスとカルキュレーションをできますのでないのでなんかカルキュレーションをできないんですシアレスはCoordinate Reference System ではちょっとなんか先週ちょっと説明しましたけど番号はどうぞお願いしますSo which is the smallest and which is the biggest one of the districts? Can you tell me? Does someone can tell me? I am all ears.
16
The 16th is what?
is the biggest.
Is the biggest, okay. And the smallest one is?
Small one
俺の記憶上
is 2.
The second? Okay. Yeah.
セカンド
So be careful with the CRS, okay? So how did you find it? Can you tell me?
Is the top
Yeah.
area and the name,
You did like that?
side of the name. Yeah.
Yeah. You hear, and you can have the biggest and the smallest. Okay. But imagine you have 1,000 polygons. Okay? You have a lot. And I ask you how many polygons have a higher superficie than 5 kilometers. Will you do it like that? Just check and click on them. It will be a little bit long if you have 1,000 polygons. So we can make some requests. And that's why I will explain to you. But yeah, it was the easiest way to see the biggest and the smallest district. The thing is, So, where am I here? So yeah, second is smallest, 16th is the biggest. So you have something you can also use. It's a specific panel. Just, if you remember, I show you that. You have a panel called, what is in French first? Statistics. So, where is it in French? In English it's statistics too, I think. So, can you find it in Japanese? I'm not sure about the name. Come on. When you click on it, you have this thing here. Okay? It's the quickest way to have all the statistics on your layer. For example, here we have the district. I'm sorry, I forgot. Here we have district information. It's your layer, and here it's the field you want to interrogate. Okay, so for me, I will ask about the area, and you have a lot of information with the minimum, for example, and with the maximum. Okay, so does someone can find me the average area, the average surface in Paris district within this thing? Statistics that you don't even know. So district, and here you find just area. So here you have all the information. So can someone tell me about the average surface? Can you tell me? あ、見つけられますか? ちょっとエリア、したこと、その前に出ましたか？違うの。エリア。はい。So, can you tell me the average surface? Can you find the average? 5.2. Okay, I will check that here. And yeah, I think that 5.2 and a lot of numbers, but 5.2 is okay. So just for you, if you use it, here you have all the statistics on your field. In your layer, it's pretty easy to use it. But now, we will talk about the request, which is a little bit funnier than what we did, I think, but well. So I explained it to you about the mean area, the things like that, the average. And we can use right now, which is, we will use expression now to select geographical entities. Before I just click on it, okay, and we saw that it became yellow. But you can ask the computer to do it for you, which is way better than do it by yourself. So, to ask a request, on your attribute table you have to click on this sign. It's, I don't know if you really see that, but it's like that, like a 3. Like that, something like that. 見えますか? 見つけますか? これを。大丈夫ですか? Did you find it? Yeah. So when you find it, you click on it. Okay? みんな大丈夫ですか? Attribute table. Attribute table. Yep. And just here. Here. So, this one. No. Here. Just, yeah, this one. Sorry, it's really small. できましたか? 大丈夫ですか? そうですね、はい。There's some of you write in Python? Do you know how to like write some code and things like that? Some new other language, computer language or things like that. Python とかそんなことをなんか自分でできますか？知ってますか？ No? Okay. It's not that difficult, but the thing is, when you do a request, it's like a language, okay? So you have to translate the information you want, so this sentence. For example, my sentence is I want to select the district with a surface area higher than 5 kilometers. But we have to translate it in kind of the language of QGIS, okay? So it's like another language, it's pretty easy. And if you like math, which I do not like, but if you like math and expressions and things like that, it's really easy. So I will show you. To select a district, you have to write the name of the attribute, which is the column. Here, our column is area square kilometer, the way you like named it, okay? 2, you have to choose the mathematical symbol, equal, divided, higher, smaller, which you have to choose the one for higher than, okay? And you have to write the surface area, which is here 5 kilometers. So can you try it by your own? And I come see what you can do, and if you have some problems. The thing is here, you can do the request, and I ask you to write the sentence I give you here, which is the district with the surface area higher than 5 kilometers. So you have to write that in QGIS language. わかりましたか？質問がありますか？じゃあゆっくりで I comment. For example, here, what is the name of my column I want to interrogate? Which one I will, where can I find the 5 kilometers information? Can I find it here? Here? Which one? This one? Okay. So I have to write area kilometers, square kilometers here. So like that. Area, and the computer finds it by itself. Okay. So as I said, I want the area which is higher than 5 kilometers. So what is the mathematical symbol for higher? Yep. Which one? It depends. Do you want like smaller than, higher than? Depends. But here we want the area which are higher. So not this one. And I said 5. Okay? So 5. Thing which is important, you have, for the name of the column, you have to use the, I don't know the name in English, but the double things like that. Here, things like that. But for the information within the column, you use only one. Okay? So let's try. Try to write that on your computer, and let's see if it works. Is it invalid? Why? I tried that, and it told me that it's not possible. So why is it not possible? Because I keep up. So mine is area square kilometers, and I select it. Okay? So, did you? Yep, okay. I think that it's pretty easy. 大丈夫ですか？あ、これは一つだけ。5。2つじゃなくて、一つだけ。はい。一つと一つ。So, area. 多分これはないと思います。エリアを書いて。ああ、違う。What is the name of your column? では、areas. OK。では、このダブルはどこですか？あ、これ。この上、シフト。で、はい、では、エリア。
メロディさん、メロディさん、
はい、すみません。5は1と1。あ、1じゃなくて、これは、これだけど、1つだけ。では、これは、これは大丈夫。これは大丈夫。あと、ここは、あ、これです。はい。では、はい。OK。さあ、みんなできましたか？大丈夫？いい？大丈夫？いい？OK。よかったらすぐに行きましょう。So you understood how to write it? So I explained you how to write it by yourself, but now you can. So I asked you about this one. Yep. So how many entities do we have selected? We have 9. Okay? I think it's that. You have the information written just here. You have 20 entities and you have 5 which are selected. I think that it's what everybody has. Okay. So next, I will ask you to do the same. But I want you to select by your own. I will not give you the answer right now. I want you to select the surface area between 2.6 and the area the area between 2.6 and 5.7. Do you know how we can write it in the QGIS language? I will translate it for you. We need the area higher than 2.6 and it's really important, the area smaller than 5.7. I let you 5 minutes and I give you the answer after. You can try by your own, it's okay, just request.
これ
その前に大丈夫でしたか？あ、15。
これいるわ。
このエリアはちょっとちょっと良くないと思う。37スコアキロじゃないです。めっちゃ大きいだよ。じゃあ新しいもう一回できるけど。何個ありますか？9？
いや、まだエリア。
次をしてください。やってみて。
あ、違う。
その前に大丈夫ですか？ Okay. And I told you, and is really important. And
入れなさそう。
try like that, but as you see, it's not okay. Try to write and.
さね。全部やった。
じゃあやってみて。じゃあできましたか？Yeah. As I told you, listen. You want the area higher than 2.6 and the area smaller than 5.7. できましたか？プラスじゃない。
ノープラス。
No plus. No plus. As I said, and I put it in red that you don't see. And. And.
Oh yes.
And.
シンプル。
シンプ
できましたか？
ル。文字がですね。
ありがとうございます。
めっちゃカメラに入ってる。
大丈夫ですか？まだ？
頭かいて
じゃあ、
YouTube。
YouTube の。
今は大きさのうちに。
こういうタイプだ。
What did you grab? So is area the name of your color? ここはこれの名前は何ですか？エリア表。You find it? Yeah. Okay. I think it's okay. Yeah. How many did you find? 6. Okay. Great. できましたか？ Okay. Perfect. And is it okay for you? So hear what I say and write it here. The area higher than 2.6 and the area smaller than 5. You have to write it. You have to write exactly that. So, areas, right? So here you have to write 2.6 smaller than areas. The areas higher than 2.6. Yes. So you have to start with areas. Areas higher than 2.6. So here it's not correct. You have to change areas and 2.6. This one is so areas, I will give you the answer.みんなできましたか？違う？ Okay, so I give you the answer, which was not that difficult if you don't. You want the area higher than 2.6. Okay, I forgot the two things here. And the area smaller than 5.7. In QGIS, you can use that because the thing is, with hand, it will be like the one which is higher than 2.6 and the one which is smaller than 5.7. It's a way to ask like to have limits on your request. Okay? Is it okay for you girls? 大丈夫ですか? Okay. Well, I asked you the last one. Well, I gave you the answer, so that's pretty bad. And that's not that. And I forgot. Okay. Well, you have and you have or. So please write this one, which is you want the area which is equal to 3.8, blah blah blah, or the area equal to 16.376. If you just write area equal to 3 and you don't have an area which is perfectly equal to 3, QGIS is stupid and it will say there is not. Okay? So here, just write this one and you will, and with this one we used and or. できましたか？ではもう一回。全然違うね。じゃあその後でタブレット一緒にやってみようかな。So, so the equal is like to be, it has to be this number. If it's not, QGIS will not find it. Okay? But you can, we used it with numbers, here with area. But you can also use that with, for example, the type we used last week. For example, you want to have selected all the big roads. You can use that to say type equal big roads, and QGIS will select all the big roads you created. Okay? This one is not only with numbers, it's also, you can also use it with text. Okay? I just want to say something which is important. A request doesn't impact your data. Okay? The thing we did today was just to search data. Okay? But it doesn't modify it. It doesn't create new ones. It's just a way to search information in the attribute table. Okay? Do you have some questions about that? 大丈夫ですか? Okay. Thank you for your time, and I hope you learned some little things today.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Mhm.